what's up you guys? Welcome back, and if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Sophie. I'm excited to have you here because today I'm doing a video on the law of attraction. When I sat down and tried to think out all the things that I was gonna say in this video, I realized that I had so many stories on things like how I use the law of attraction and what I want to explain to you about it and things that I've manifested and things like that. So I decided to do a law of attraction series. So in this video I'm gonna be talking like general law of attraction, like things you have to realize before you use it and how to use it and what it is and things like that. And in the other videos I'm gonna do like explain exactly the things that I've done and the methods I've used to manifest the things that I have. So what I wanted to start up this video by saying is that first and foremost you have to realize that the law of attraction is still a part of the illusion. And now you might be thinking, what illusion? So everything that we are experiencing right now, like this body, this camera, this room, anything that you're experiencing is a part of the illusion, which is made up by our minds. So your true self is nowhere to be found in this outside world or in our minds or anything like that. It is beyond all of that. So it's just like if you're playing a video game where in the game there's still like rules and laws and all of that stuff, and you can choose what type of character you want to be and you can play around, have fun, do all these things, but at the end of the day you are not the character in the game. But sometimes you can play around and get so into the game that you really believe that that's you or whatever, like you're so into it. At least that's how it is for me. Anytime that I have played a game, like video game, Xbox, computer, anything, I can get so into it and be like you sitting there and you're like no, and all these things are happening, and then you die or whatever in the game and you look around and you're like oh that's right, like it was just a game, you know, but you're so involved in it. So that's exactly how this is like. We are in this type of game where everything that we see is a part of this game, but our true selves is so beyond all of this. It's like probably when we die in this life we will wake up and be like, oh, that was right, it was just a dream or whatever. So I really hope you understand what I mean, and maybe you don't agree with this, maybe you don't believe in this at all, but I'm talking from my own experience, from all the like astral projections I've done, from all the weird meditations and like all the insights that I've got. This is exactly the information that I have gotten of how our world is. Like when I had the spiritual awakening, it was waking up to understanding that this is all an illusion, and that is also how a lot of different traditions and religions even view it, such as Hinduism. They call it Maya, and that is the illusion. So why am I saying all of this now? Well, the law of attraction is just a law or a rule that you can play around with and have fun with in this game of life. And I think it's so important to realize this, because if you confuse the law of attraction with being spiritual or whatever, you will never realize your true nature, because it is only our ego that wants things, that want things to happen and things like that, because our consciousness does not have any wants. So now that I have cleared this out, let's start to talk about the actual law of attraction. So does the law of attraction work? Well, yes, it does. And even if you think that, oh, I'm gonna start using the law of attraction, like you have always used it, like you have just maybe not been aware of it, but everything that has happened in your life or whatever, like you have always used the law of attraction. So to manifest something, it's basically like you have this visualization or this dream or whatever, and you have to really believe it and want it and see yourself actually doing that thing or being that thing or whatever. You have to actually believe in it to 100%. So the thing is, you cannot just want the things to happen, you actually have to take the steps needed towards the thing to happen as well. So I'm just gonna say like an example here. So let's say that I would want to go to Alaska, which is a place that I probably would never want to go to actually, because I'm always cold, so I guess that I would be freezing there. But anyway, let's pretend that I really wanted to go to Alaska, but I didn't believe that it was possible. I couldn't see myself ever being there. I would always have excuses like, no, but I don't have any money, and I will never be able to save up that type of money, and no one is gonna go with me, and I don't want to go alone. And you know, you always have all these reasons that you can't do it. You yourself don't even believe in it. So it won't happen until I would make the decision that yes, I'm gonna go to Alaska, I will do anything that it takes to get there, I'm gonna save money, I'm gonna do anything to get to Alaska. I have to have decided that that is the reality and that is the frequency that I want to align myself with. Okay, so if you don't understand this entire thing about frequencies, well, imagine your mind or you being like a radio. So you can tune into different type of frequencies. So one frequency is like sick and unhealthy and everything is bad and negative or whatever, and then you can like tune into a different frequency and you're healthy and happy and everything good has happened to you and things like that. So if we want a really positive life, we can't just like think that we want a positive life. We have to actually do things to create that positivity into our lives. So if I want to give out this like healthy, happy frequency, I have to make sure that that's what my body is giving out, if you know what I mean. Like I have to eat high vibrational food that makes me healthy and happy, and I have to, you know, do things that makes me like that. So when you have decided like what you actually want in life, you are 100% sure like this is my goal, this is what I'm working towards and everything. If this is your path, if this is what you're meant to be doing in your life, the universe will definitely give you signs and things will happen that makes you sure about like, wow, I'm definitely on the right path, and maybe like amazing things will happen. Like let's say you're like walking towards your goal and the universe would kind of like bring you up and like give you a smooth ride all the way to your goal, because like that's how it's been for me a lot of times. Like when I finally have decided like what I want and exactly how I want it, the universe has just like had these really magical ways in just giving it to me. But it always had to begin with me actually making a decision and me actually doing things to get there or work for it or anything. But let's say that you are doing everything that you can to get to your goal and like everything still seems to go against you, or you took all the steps necessary and you were like almost there and still it got taken away from you, like you never got it, but you did everything that you could. Does this mean that the law of attraction doesn't work? No, but it can mean that either, number one, you were too fast, like you got to that point in your life when you wasn't ready, but your mind was like so stressed and you wanted to get there so fast, but you actually weren't meant to be there at that time and do that right then and there, if that makes sense. So that could be one reason that it will still happen later on. The other thing it could be is that maybe it is not the right path for you. Maybe it's not what you're supposed to be doing. And when something like this happens, it's like so devastating and hard to understand and be like, why didn't this happen? Like I did everything, I really wanted this. I really put in all the effort for this. I did everything that I was supposed to be doing, but it still didn't happen. And this thing has happened for me 2 times, and always it takes a while before you realize why it had to happen the way it did. So even if we think that like I create my reality, everything like that, there's still the higher power beyond all of this that we cannot control of. And maybe you don't agree with this, maybe you feel like you can control anything, and yes, we can still control like how we are reacting to the situation or whatever, but we can't always control everything that goes on outside. We don't always know what's right for us, and sometimes it's better to just accept life and live it and not try to push it too far and try to have control over everything that happens in our life, because I believe that we don't always know the best of what's like the best for us. Like be aware, that's the main thing, like be aware of your thoughts, your emotions and everything. But anyway, beyond all of this, as I said before, is the true self. So all of this is just on this 3rd dimensional plane where we can just like have fun with all of these things and try these things out and whatever, but it's not ultimately who we are. But yeah, I hope this video made sense to you. Sometimes I'm just talking talking and I don't really know if people understand what I'm saying because it makes so much sense in my head, but I'm not sure if it does for anyone else. So I don't know, but please let me know if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. I will be super happy if you left a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!